Well, give it a few seconds. Mercury retrograde. Sort of dumb shit that happens. It's okay. It happens. We'll see if anybody comes back in. Okay. Hey, sorry. You know how it is. Mercury retrograde shit. Give it a few seconds. See if anybody comes in. Mm. I know, girl. It is no joke. But, you just roll with it. What else can you do? Innocent Scorpio. So, like, some people shit, like, it's going brick. Like, it's not even going to be like, oh, it's temporary when the shit come, when it ends, this shit going to work. Nah. Some people shit really just going to, when it's over now. Yeah, so if all I have is just to reset the live, I'm good with that. I'm totally okay with that. But what the page have in his hands is Three of Swords, paperwork card. Wait, I feel like there was another one. No, excuse me. I didn't draw more. What he has in his hands is news about the starting of the divorce. So the person that you were dealing with, whether you knew they had somebody or you didn't, they have, what they about to give you, this little peace offering, so to speak, this token of their seriousness to this, is them getting this fucking divorce finally. But it's literally just a starting. It hurt. It did, but the paperwork has been filed or started because this card came in upside down and it shouldn't have been. And so to me that means it's been drawn up. It hasn't been filed, but it's been started. So that's something. But it's, to me, it's still not enough. It's like they watching to see what you going to do with that, if you're going to allow some sort of healing to come in. Because after the Three of Swords is the Four of Swords, right? So they're hoping that this will be enough to begin to bridge the gap. And then we have, yeah, like I said, we have the Hangman, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands. So I feel like for some, you're going to need to take some time to reflect yourself on what this person is saying, what they're offering to you during this time, or just period. Fuck the retrograde. Just period. You're going to have to, consult a higher power with the Hangman. And another thing with the Hangman, don't be rushed. It's interesting, right? Because it ends with the what else do you need to know segment for the Divine Feminine with the Two of Wands. And you see how in the Hangman they use the two wands to make the cross for the Hangman, the hang from, right? And so it's like, don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you need to expedite things. Fuck all that, oh, I'm back bullshit. And slow your roll, shorty. Just, and because I really do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles right there, you worked real fucking hard. But also, I mean, look, you worked real hard for the opportunities that have been bestowed upon you by the divine with the Ace of Pentacles there. It's a gift from God. All these new doors that have opened for you after you've climbed, whatever. The path to success is right there in front of you. And you've had to do this work on your own. You really have. You and the Most High. Like, you've been doing the damn thing. And I almost feel like what you have to reflect on is how much work you've put in to accomplish whatever you've accomplished, right? In the interim, and see why you walking away, them walking away was necessary in order for them to like make the right decision, like to trigger them to take the right action type shit. Like, the perspective has to be correct. Because if you don't have the right perspective, it won't matter what's being presented to you. Because again, it feels like a lesson has to be processed. Hmm. It was something about needing to separate your emotions, like the head over heart decision type shit. But the definite need to separate your emotions, and I don't mean like put them secondary, but separating them so you can acknowledge what the fuck they were, so you could even begin the journey to personal happiness. So you could take your own steps to cultivate a new world. And I'm sure for any divine feminine on this journey, like if you really, really doing the damn thing, your life don't look nothing like it did not a year ago, not 6 months ago, not none of that. That shit is just ever changing. Yeah, I noticed that about the grocery store machines too. Like everything's just been messing up. Like I walk up the shit ready to check out, and they like it's been running all, slow all day, and then all of a sudden it conks out now, and I'm like, okay, no problem. I feel like this retrograde is gonna help us all save a lot of fucking money. If all the machines malfunction, and that means you can't buy some shit you don't need. There you go. And a lot of businesses not even set up to do something when their machines is down. So just be grateful for all the money you're gonna save through this period. I feel like somebody need to know that if you take this opportunity, I feel like whether it's on your own, because I'm looking at these pentacles and it's 9 pentacles is usually a single person. The path that you're walking into, all right, you see back here, right? You see this beautiful path, right? See that beautiful arch, right? There's fucking mountains back there. Yeah, they blue, and there's 2 peaks on them, right? But those are mountains. You like mountaineering? Hey, dog. It's your choice. I mean, this doesn't even have to be for those of you contemplating being on your own. This could just be this reconciliation. There's mountains back there, but it is a gift from God. It is the Ace of Pentacles. It is being divinely bestowed upon you. But it's in the 3D. But in the 3D, everything take work. So don't be afraid of work. Right? You must need an earth sign in your life. Earth sign teach you about some work. You ain't gonna outwork one. I don't give a fuck which one you pick. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You just ain't gonna do it. You just ain't gonna do it, no sirree, Bob. No, you're not. You just don't have the physical fucking energy reserves that an earth sign has. Like, they literally just have more energy. All of them. Just wired for fucking sound. So, you cannot literally outwork an earth sign. It's just astrologically impossible. And if you say you can, you probably have earth real strong, sun, moon, or like moon and rising somewhere. Just saying, man. Or maybe even Venus. If you got earth in your Venus, it might show up in that sort of facet, depending on the placement. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. I feel like you need to know, right? For some of you, you've manifested this person's return. Because, see, you see the 2 wands and the 1 wand? That's 3 wands. So, like, I want you to know that in the back of your mind, boo, you pulled this person in. So don't be questioning the bullshit when they show back up. Like, what you doing here? I can't believe you showed up. Listen. Listen. You called them in. Consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, I don't give a fuck how you want to say it. You called. And they said, you rang. Mm-hmm. You, Mr. Belvedere about to show up. Just saying. I see a lot of wands. Are you ready? Because they're coming. Let me see. I'm going to ask the probable outcome for Divine Feminine, then I'm going to move on to the Divine Masculine portion. What is the probable outcome for who's coming towards Divine Feminine and their meeting and or reconciliation? I don't know. Y'all ain't see me shuffling, but you heard me. 6 of Swords. Tower. There's that page again. And there's that ace. Whew. Moving towards peace after a tower moment. And an apology. Now it feels like an apology. Like, straight up. I'm sorry. But it's like, because the tower, you see, this is very spiritual. Like, the high priests and priestess, I keep saying this, not to mention temperance. Like, this is a very strong spiritual bond. This is like an orchestrated, like, after this moment. Because you see how the wavy, like, the rough waters on the side of the tower, they're moving in the opposite direction. So, like, yeah, after this tower moment that came in to shake this poorly built foundation, right? It was some shoddy work, so it had to come down. But it's like in recognition of the fact that things could have been better, should have been better, you know, the shortcomings of it all, both parties. Because you see, both people are falling from the tower, you know? And so after a genuine, heartfelt apology, and it's coming from in a very enlightened space, because the pinnacle is right at eye level. It's like, yeah, I see. I got it. Like, it's been heavy in this person's hand, and then look, Nine of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Yeah, this person. Yeah, they coming. They coming. Yeah, this is your divine masculine. I kid you not. It really is. But you called them in. They have an apology for you. And it's funny, look. I like how now you see the mountains back there, right? See the grass. And see how now, see the same mimicking? The hand up. See the hand out? And see now it's like this arch has grown. This opportunity, this doorway has grown. There's a door of opportunity that's opening up. So as much as, like I said, this energy feels like it could have happened before. I said that this either has transpired or it will transpire. Like the majority of the reading, this is to come. But the energy, that felt like, that may have happened already. Because if you having to show your ass, and glow up, so to speak, on people, that means people had to burn you first. It's a door. Door of opportunity is opening, divine feminine. Divine feminine. I've been drinking. And so it will be your choice whether or not you're going to take it and walk through it when it's presented. But the Ace of Pentacles came out twice. Twice. I'm sorry, I needed some water. Y'all know. Because you be thirsty. Alright, let's get into the Divine Masculine spread. Hey y'all, thank you for rejoining me after the disconnect. You got Jupiter in Taurus. Wow, really? Yo, I keep telling you, that portal gonna be big. It's funny, 11-11, I keep seeing that shit. Cars dying, for real. Yeah, man. Sorry, shaking the camera. Alright, let's go over the cards again for Divine Masculine. We have the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Now, we done seen the Eight of Cups, what, 3-4 times? Anyway. Then we have the Lovers, King of Wands, Hangman, Eight of Swords, the Strength card, Six of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Emperor. It's a lot of swords. God dang, god dang. Somebody in their head way too much. That's too much thinking. Yeah, Divine Masculine needs to actually get up out their head. Wow. They need to go out. Actually, they need to go out and go to the person who they've been thinking about this much. Like, the shit, they finally got over, I feel like, the mental trap they've been in. Yeah. I told you, but this Eight of Swords, right, the devil's always lingering in the background. Like, let me back that up just a little bit. And I like how the Strength card's right there. So, like, they just got out of that. They've been going round and round for a minute with it. Hey, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. Oh, man. The count is 9 people in, 6 thumbs up, right? And so as soon as I saw that, I started hearing Jimi Hendrix of 6 for 9. I love that track. And I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles, and then the bottom of the vice versa deck is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm like, oh. Anybody else seeing 1331? Like, what the heck is that about? Oh, I'm great, Sarah. How are you? Like, I'm like, what's them numbers? Like, I know the number, but I'm like, what's that? It's interesting. Yeah, this divine masculine, even though they're coming out this energy, they're still. It's like they want to at a loss for words. They're kind of hoping to be able to bypass some communication and just get down to some physical healing, and hoping that that expression of love is a viable form of communication right now, and you're not having it. See how he's like, listen, I just need something right now. See how he's trying to get her clothes off type shit, like no talk, just get them off. And he's like, this is how I show my love. Like, see the hand, pulling the hand to his heart. And she's like, nah, this, like, I ain't trying to get down with that. See the thistle? And it's a prickly situation. But thistle's very healing, you know what I mean? This is a prickly situation, but it's like, there's this call for healing. It's your choice on how you choose to, listen to me. It's your call if you're going to partake in that sort of healing. Like, you should be a willing, wanting participant. But you're coming from two very different places. This divine masculine is very charged up. I see a lot of fiery energy, a lot of passion. Scorpio brings up a lot of hidden sexual desires from people and of that nature. And divine feminine, you could already be aware of this, as I'm sure, as you're like cloaked in this ethereal blue light. You know, you're just like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Seriously. And I feel like this divine masculine is literally trying to coax that side of you out, you know? It's like there's someone. I mean, it's a given, right? There's always someone barking up the tree. There's always someone barking up your tree. That's just a given. I mean, that's just life. There's always going to be someone interested. But this divine masculine's not actually interested in the person throwing themselves at him. Like, they are human and they are, you know, they got needs type shit. But they got, you know, it's funny. His legs is closed. See that? She all leaning on him and shit. And his legs is closed. Like, he's side eyeing her, like, trying to keep his focus over here. But this one's, like, pressing hard. Got her nipples out and shit. Like, got a little seductress here. And then you got Cupid in the background trying to help keep his focus where it should be on, like, his HER type shit. Baby, can you focus? Type shit. No, I'm not gonna kill that song. I like that song. hmm King of Wands is trying very hard to maintain loyalty, maintain composure, grounded loyalty. This divine masculine does value this person. They do. They really do. It's very sweet and nurturing, the energy here. There's a no need for guardedness. It's like these two can be their authentic selves around one another in some sort of capacity. I feel like this divine masculine is a serious attraction. There's like an allure. But again, this is also the spiritual connection between the two. With the little sage bundle back there. That also keeps the pull, the magnetic pull activated. The spiritual bond. Yeah, it's like, okay, so now that they've overcome, yeah, they're just trying to jump in the bed. I mean, it's not all, but it's like they're finally unstuck, so they're looking for a little healing, a little physical healing. Or this divine masculine, this could be your divine feminine returning to you. Or someone housed in that energy. Because I have a emperor and a king of wands out here. Yeah, I don't have, this could be same sex. That just came through really strong. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what's going on out here? No, on the same token, this still could be, this divine masculine could be trying to get this person to come towards him because the emperor's down here with his back turned to everything, you know what I mean? I'm just all this. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm getting all this fucking information. I'm like, okay, so blockage was removed. Okay, yeah. Hold on, I gotta say, what was the blockage that was removed? Because that's what I'm getting. What was the blockage that? Oh, that's too many. What was the blockage? Still a lot of cards. Tower. Three of Pentacles. The Wheel. Justice. Seven of Cups. They're lovers again. Nine of Cups. Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords. Huh. A lot of the same cards from the Divine Feminine's reading. Destined Tower. Like, right on time. Alright. It's like controlled demolition. See the tower? See the three of Pentacles here? See how the guy is building? But see how the segments? Like, at this ordained time with the wheel here. Hmm. I feel like mm, it's just too much. Hold on, hold on. Fuck. Obstacle. False foundation. Alright. Let's set the alright. So it didn't matter. This was set to happen no matter what. But it was at a certain time for it all to come crumbling down. It's like to restore the cosmic balance, the order for both people, for all parties involved, to make proper choices, divinely guided choices. Hmm. And it's like, once this tower fell, and the smoke, the dust and smoke cleared and settled type thing, it's like, now there's this chance to be able to choose with a clear head and open eyes. Because now it's like there's a recognition of not what you believe to be perfect, but what you know is divinely meant for you. Understanding the yin and the yang. The obstacle for the divine masculine was not responding to the call when they heard it the first time the way the divine feminine did. That caused a delay in this coming together. And whereas the divine feminine in this case went off a blind faith, as you see the justice here with the blindfold on, but you see Isis back here. She chose to take action to allow things to fall into place in blind faith, willing to drop this sword in blind faith and cut off which didn't serve her in blind faith. And so the obstacle was a divine masculine having to do the same thing and stepping out in blind faith. And it's like now, see how it goes from, she goes from the justice here with the blindfold, holding the sword, to here, blindfold has turned into a crown, sword still raised, right? But the scales are gone, right? She's up in an enlightened form. She's no longer dealing with the 3D realm of life. She's someplace else, leaving now for the divine masculine to have to venture through this journey and having to step out in blind faith. The Fool was on the bottom of the deck a minute ago. Interesting. There's something about weariness and disturbing one's peace. This divine masculine, right? Even though the reading is supposed to be about who's coming towards a divine masculine, I'm not actually seeing that. Like I said, I see his back turned to everything around him. I feel like the divine masculines collectively are going through a tower moment, and it's difficult to even be around people right now because their focus. I think Venus is in Scorpio right now as well. It might have moved. I think it's one of the faster moving planets. Let me look real quick. It ain't gonna take but a second. Oh my gosh. Sitting too long. I gotta really remember the symbols more. Hold on. I'm not seeing that for one of today's transits. Although it could still be sitting there and my calendar's just not showing me. I don't know. If one of y'all want to look that up, that would be swell. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords. I still get the feeling that, whomever's making their approach after getting out of this period of mental restriction, somebody is really not wanting communication like that. Like, it could be the divine masculine in this scenario, you know what I mean? Like, just still kind of salt about life. Mm. Somebody was cut off because of lies and deceit. Like, straight up. It was just too much stress. Just being with this person was just way too much stress. Why you always lying? Always lying. Uh, I was like, yeah, it's like as soon as they come out of this, right, they coming right towards you. But this is like, uh, this person's love language is physical. Period, point blank. Like, I'm not saying they're not good with their words, but I just feel like they're coming with this. Now's not the time for talk, but it is the time for talk. But mm-mm. The only sword that was up was in the obstacle position. All the rest of these are down. There's plenty of wands. You know, we have the King of Wands. We have the Emperor. The Knight of Swords has the sword down, but he has a whip in his hand, okay? Not to mention, the Knave of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Then there's the Magician. Quit playing. Justice, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Yeah, this person's, whoever's approaching Divine Masculine, they really do feel like, sex is really going to solve a lot of issues right now. And for this group over here, I mean, I really don't feel like it's too much resistance. Like I said, yeah, you in this bubble of enlightenment and purity, but I get this a bitch got needs sort of thing. And so when this person shows back up, whether listen to me, Divine Masculine, either you or you know, you could be your counterpart. Although it ain't looking like your counterpart, this is looking like with the Queen of Swords popping out here. You know, this could just be somebody you have good conversation with. You know what I mean? This could be someone you walked away from, or they walked away from you with the Eight of Cups out here, you know, and the Six of Swords, you know. You smooth left. Somebody smooth walked off. Like smooth. Mm. Yeah, the feminine energy is receptive regardless. Not so much in the beginning of the reading, but by the end, I think it's because there's some sort of clear establishment of boundaries and barriers established between their past. Like, whomever these people were or are, they've slowly started to fade. They're irrelevant. Like, literally. It's like, you ever draw something in pencil and erase that shit, but you can always kind of see the shadow? That's what these people are becoming for this Divine Masculine. Just kind of like, just somebody I used to know. I I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Yeah. That right there is pretty much all you needed. Divine Feminine, if this is you cross-watching for your Divine Masculine, you just had to make sure that, you know, they was really done. This person's going to break down your defenses. I kid you not. Like, you can't resist this person, Divine Masculine. You just can't. Nor can you, Divine Feminine. Feminine. Yeah. You're going to be rewarded, Divine Masculine, for resisting this temptation. This person here that's been throwing themselves at you, you will be rewarded for that. Even if that is just the return of your divine feminine, that is a reward. Yes, it is. Divine masculine, I'm going to go ahead and say you have been low-key, low-key, trying to energetically pull this person back to you. And I say low-key because it's foot, right? It's like down deep in your, like, the pit of your heart. Like down way deep. Yeah. You know, in that left corner. That one little spot that you forgot to, close over with that little piece of ice. That's all you needed to have this come back around. Because as Christ said, all you need is faith the size of a seed of mustard, right? Of a grain of mustard. That's it. And apparently that's what you had. And that little mustard seed has called this person back around. That's funny. Well, good things come to those who wait, right? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Let's see. What is the probable outcome for divine masculine and the person returning to them? What is the, okay. We have the Devil, Queen of Cups, Strength card, Four of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Divine masculine. That looks like a no. I think if this seems like the same thing Divine Feminine was dealing with. An immature person returning to them, throwing themselves at him or her, but it worked out a little better for Divine Feminine, from what I recall, because, the Divine was trying to point out to her that this person there's an opportunity, there's a doorway that's opened up, and, you might want to take it, because, it's a golden opportunity type shit. But that was for some, and then the others, it was kind of like, yeah, it's also a divine gift for you to maintain the course of your serenity and respect all the work and effort you've put in your, your path, your personal path. But divine masculine, you, on the other hand, it seems as though, now strength came out twice, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that for some of you, the person who's coming back to you is what we're going to call a karmic soulmate. This is someone who taught you a lot of lessons. But, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that pussy was fire. At the same time, right, you are instructed to not get re-involved with this person. You are instructed to keep your cup to yourself, right? But don't be disrespectful in your rejection, is what I see here. Kind words will do. I feel like this person's just looking for an ego stroke right now. Honestly, I don't know what's going on in their life, but whatever it is, I feel like you might have actually treated this person rather well, and this is why they're coming back around. to you for some of you. And then, and then for others, I feel like this person was a pain in your fucking ass. You might have loved them, but this shit was crazy. And it still took a lot of work for you to get yourself, over that hump. Because, I mean, it's like crazy, crazy love. Devil, Queen of Cups. That's that crazy love. Like, that's that crazy love. It really is. Like, you don't trust him, he don't trust you, she watch you, he watch you. Like, that's no bueno. Look, that's that love that's so fucked up, right? They not even, the devil sitting on top of them, right? Supposed to be reigning over them, but they so fucked up that he like, well, damn, like, I guess y'all don't even need my help and assistance in this. You type shit, hits while the shrimp cars out here twice. No, even the devil was like, y'all need Jesus, right? Divine masculine. Now you know you was in some shit when even the devil tell you and your partner, your former partner, need Jesus. I don't know. That's some special shit. Like I said, that's that crazy love. But I feel like you really did. You overcame it. You finally got to a good place. Like a really, 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 really good place. And I feel like to a degree you were still in deep, deep recovery from this situation. Still trying to absorb all the lessons. But I feel like you were actually in a space where you were reaping some abundance and rewards from leaving the crazy bitch alone. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I mean, you done gained a lot of wisdom. Look, all that white hair. I do. I feel like fortune is now smiling upon you because of all of this. So I feel like the crazy bitch you walked away from is coming for you, divine masculine. I feel like for some of you, you focus trying to get back to, your divine counterpart with the lovers out here making appearance twice, once in clarifying and once in the primary spread. But it's like, and then you got this other chick that you've been ignoring because you like, nah, I want this one. I feel like you're going to be rewarded, probably, most likely, with your divine counterpart because you've been good staying away from a crazy chick. And then for some of y'all, you about to learn a hard lesson about keeping shit in the back of your mind. Like I said, you done conjured this. You might have conjured your divine counterpart, or you could have conjured this karmic chick again. Be careful. Choose your path wisely. I feel like it was a lot for you to get here. Mm. I'm gonna name Divine Masculine portion. That crazy girl you cut off is coming back around. Chia. mm, mm, mm. You better be careful, Divine Masculine. You may not want to even pick up the phone. Alright, y'all. We're going to open it up to questions. Let me pick the cards up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, it's 11 of y'all in the room. Can you all hit the thumbs up button, please? I appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like Divine Masculine reading was a little bit choppy. I still feel like there might have been, a same-sex couple in the mix for some. It don't matter. That crazy ex you got rid of is still that crazy ex you got rid of. You might want to be mindful. Somebody coming back. Because they did it all for the nookie. The what? The nookie. What? So you can get that cookie. Turn it like that. Oh, it said, alright, my bad, y'all. Oh, wow, really, Danny? Huh? Yeah, I've been seeing them triple threes, too. Yeah, what you want, honey? What do you want to know? Marquise, go for it. Oh, 6 of Wands on the bottom for somebody. Somebody got a victory coming. Marquise, are you typing? Is that what that is? Let me be patient. I forget that even on the internet, I think there's like a 7-second delay or some shit. Oh, good night, Mystics Corner. Had to remember what I saw. Okay. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have from Marquise Kilgore? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. What would you like? Thank you. Messages do you have? Do you consider yourself argumentative? Mm, not just argumentative, almost like unnaturally competitive with a partner. Hmm. Feel like you going round and round in your own little loop too. Back and forth, back and forth. You keep learning the same fucking lesson. Interesting. Well, I guess if you going round and round with it, you ain't learned it yet. Hmm. It's like you choosing. It's like, oh man, really, y'all? Baby girl, I think you are probably really fucking bright. Probably too bright for your own good sometimes. And you want to, like, you can't help it. I don't want to say argumentative. Maybe argumentative ain't the right word, but when you this brilliant, and I do see brilliance, I got the sun and the star out here. It's hard to let people be wrong. And it's hard to not prove your point when you know the fuck you right. Mm. It's a weird sort of thing because it's like, it's not hold back, but you have nothing to prove. I feel like you are a living, breathing example of whatever. But I feel like that one thing is what throws you off. It's like it consistently gets a rise out of you. Otherwise, very controlled, very. You don't like mind games, you don't like manipulation, you don't like none of that fuckery. Like, But I feel like for some reason, the people that you have been potentially drawn to, whether friend or whatever, have had some of these qualities. That's like this loop. Huh. It's like, it's a lot of emotions under the surface. Like, big time. Just like a steady stream. But to me, more so than emotion, I see that as intuition and like empathy. Like, you just feel a whole lot. Oh, you feel everything. Hold on, let me check. What up, Noble? This is about you, though. I mean, this really isn't about anyone else. This is about the way you engage with yourself, honestly. You Do you have a distorted self-perception? What the hell is this? You shouldn't. It's like, I'm getting an imbalance that is being fixed, actually. Like, basically. Like, these emotions. I keep going back to these emotions. A teetering of emotions. Going back and forth. Back and forth. Very true. Okay. I'm like, alright. Short and skinny, honey. Your message is very consistent. Whatever direction you pick, you gonna be happy. I kid you not. And I almost feel like you've learned this before. Like, it really don't matter what you do. That shit tend to work itself out. And going back and forth is only really hurting you, because you seem to meet people along the way that you work well with, that you see eye to eye with, that help you to move past and beyond the current circumstances and or conditions. Like, you always seem to come out on top, which is fantastic. And if are you contemplating changing careers? Are you contemplating the amount of money? I mean, you could be doing really well currently where you are, and there's a chance, there's an opportunity right in front of you, but you're very comfortable and very stable for where you are currently. But I feel like there's something that's a wish come true type shit. Almost like a chance, like a once in a lifetime type thing. And you keep going back and forth about it. And to me, there seems to be some sort of deadline. But in another way, you don't want to hurt somebody, because maybe it involves you taking a position over somebody else. Uh, Maybe you said you wouldn't. Fuck that. Take the position if it's work related. Y'all gonna come to a mutual understanding. It won't be no love lost between you and that person anyway. All well that ends well. Can't be worried about the perception of betrayal and the sort of fighting it's going to cause, and any sort of walls that's going to pop up. And if this is a relationship, you already know. Oh, you're welcome. Stop holding emotions inside. It's time to find a balanced way to release them safely, because it's just toxic, and it just feels like it shows up when it shouldn't. And you think people are out to get you, and I don't think they are. You're almost afraid to get close to people. Can't think everybody's toxic. Go for the nonprofit. I, Child, look, you read cards. Look at this shit. It ends to a cup, six of swords, the sun. You just got to make a decision. I mean, star, wheel of fortune, that's like, that's providence. You know you being called. Two of wands, you being called, you know that. But you know that you gotta let go. Let that old shit go. So look. child. You're gonna be happy. Ace of Cups, Hierophant, Tower. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You put the work in, you're gonna be happy. You know that. But you know that. I don't think be very structured. However you want to do it, just make sure you follow your own steps that you put down for yourself. A subsection A1, A2, you know what I mean? Outline your business plan, your nonprofit plan, whatever you're doing. Just be very diligent in that. I see success. I really do. It's like the minute you decide to do this, all systems go. Mm. You don't need to know anything about astrology to read tarot cards. I know. But, you know, those were lessons you had to learn. You had to go through those things. You got it in you, though. You only at the 9. You see potential in people. You do. You be fighting it, though. See the potential in yourself. Feed that first, and everything else falls into place. Yeah, you just be big and small emotions, just all back there together. You're one of those people who smile real big. Everything's fine. It's okay. But you'll cuss somebody out, but you won't be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's okay. I'm here if you ever need to talk. Yeah, 'cause I don't even feel like, yeah, you don't confide in people. You don't. You keep it real short, like 2 words. Poor baby. Right. We've all been there. And that's why we're all brought together so we can, help each other through these times and events. You don't feel, isolated and like you're alone. I'm not saying you feel alone, but, we all go through the same shit, babe. All right, anybody else got a question? No? Oh, shit. Emperor Ten of Cups. Shit. Then I saw Temperance, Ten of Cups, and then, look, Empress, Ten of Cups. Get the fuck out of here. Man. Y'all play too much. Oop. Stop fighting. Ten of Wands. Right? And the Six of Wands, Ten of Wands. Victory and releasing that shit, right? Just let that shit go. Oh, honey, you welcome. You come here and get your spiritual soul food anytime. That's what we all here for. That is exact. Oh, wait, what was that? I saw the Fool and the Temperance. Somebody got some good shit coming. Holy Spirit, any messages, last messages for the collective? Positive for those in the room tonight. Ace of Swords. Positive. Lastly, for the collective. For those in the room. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Oh, shit. Alright. Pull 3 cards. Ten of Wands. Queen of Cups. Death card. If anybody's been blindly struggling, you know what I mean? It's like you working towards something that ain't working towards you. Stop that shit right now. All this effort and energy that you putting into anything besides yourself and then besides your connection with Source, you need to stop right now. And on the flip side, I see this Ten of Wands as like a wall. Any barriers and blockages that have been put in, even if it's by you, by biting off more than you can chew in whatever form or facet of life, because you were in essence keeping yourself busy so you wouldn't have to think about your favorite obsession. I said it. Yep. That shit coming to an end. It really is. Usually this feels very transformative, but this feels very final. I also see this as good news, because if anyone has been, you know, just fucking with you, like behind the scenes, because you've been so fixated and focused on what you need to get done and what you need to accomplish, I feel like all of that in some way, shape, or form has affected this person's overall responsibilities, and now there's some sort of repercussion that they're experiencing in various relationships in their lives right now. I feel like there's fallout for this. Yeah, fallout. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com. That information is also in the about page of the channel. It's a little link that says donations. It should take you to PayPal. But the email is intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com. Thank you for your donations. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I could be. Look, you never know. I pick up a lot of people's energy, Moon. I do. You know, it's all part of being a channel. Hmm. There's like light blue and there's sky blue. Or like, no, this is like Carolina blue. That's pretty. Yeah, that's like that Carolina blue. Hands up. Mm. Yeah, it's a time of balance coming in. It really is. And for those of you who are still experiencing people playing around, you know, with that shit they shouldn't be playing around with, don't worry. Um, you've received some assistance. You have received some assistance from on high. And guess what? That shit has been returned to sender. Just wait. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Crikey. It's a big one. They not even gonna see this shit coming. This person's sitting there waiting, thinking they gonna get a payout, a handout of some sort, and it's never coming. Like, it's never coming. This person's greedy, and so how their repercussions for what they've been doing, this is going to directly affect their pocket. This is a financial hit for this person who's been playing around with the dark arts. Yeah, it's at Busy Bee Digital, the Cash App. Oh, this is just general energy, Moon. Like different messages that need to come in for those in the room right now. In this chat now, and then I guess how how energy work. Whoever comes in later watches it. That may hit for them. That last bit is only relevant if you've been on the receiving end of some hooju voodoo type dumb shit. People playing with things they shouldn't. And because that person is financially driven, it's going to affect them financially. Like they sitting around waiting on, as Sal says, the pentacles, pentacles, pentacles to rain down. Um, they're not. It's like this person can see the scales. You ever like at the old banks you see the scales and they got the money like the weight on one side and they just keep looking at it and they portion just never seems enough. Like this person will be stuck in a permanent sort of lack energy. That's fucked up. It's like they're gonna experience a total block in their ability to manifest, to create. Like they're gonna really experience what lack truly feels like. It could be. You just never, if it hits that way, then it hits that way. I can't really dictate how it's supposed to apply to your particular situation, So if it resonates that way, then that's how it resonates. It's just the ear of discernment allows you to filter what's for you and what's not for you. Oh, thank you. Not you. Yeah, freaking retrograde. I'd be like, turn the do not disturb on. That's all you can really do about that. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. I ain't even gotta say that. I know you ain't giving enough. I know you didn't. You wouldn't dare share with him what your Father in heaven has given to you because you know better. You know who in control of the cosmic scales. You just graciously waiting, patiently doing your thing, watching your coin fall. Bless you. Watching your abundance pour down. Oh, thank you, Alex. They always think they too good, and then they bring they broke, crooked, cruddy, corroded asses back, don't they? You be looking at them like, mm-mm. Remind me of that Kevin Hart skit where he was talking about how his mom divorced his pop and he wasn't allowed to come past the second step. And he would talk all the shit in the world, but his ass would never come past that second step. Like, bring my kids out here. That sort of shit. Yeah. You could talk all you want from that second step. You better not lift your toe. Mm-hmm. He on the second step. Looking at them. Like, you could just send this energy to be like, don't. Just don't. Just don't. That's hilarious. That's that reverse psychology. They be like trying to blame you for shit. You be like, nah, bro, them your emotions. Why don't you just own them? Like, you got the separation anxiety. That's funny. That's real funny. Them coming to grips with their emotions is wild. That's wild. Let me see. Holy Spirit, any other messages before we wrap up that you want to give to the collective? Thank you. Any other messages you want to give to the collective? Any other messages you want to give? That's a lot of cups. Take your time. no matter what is returning into your life right now, through this season, through Scorpio season, with the Six of Cups, it doesn't matter. Take your time. Choose wisely. Remember, you write your own story with the title card, with the author's card. You are the author of your story. And no one gets to tell you where to go, how to get there, but you and the creator, correct? You are master and commander of your personal ship. Why? Because you've already given the reins to the Most High. It's like, remember that with the King of Swords here. Remember that with this fixed energy here in the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, you can opt to take another spin on the wheel with this knowing, with this remembrance. And if you do that, then you can consciously go in to these various areas of your life that may require some repairing and clear the karmic debt associated with those areas, because now you know. You are wiser, King of Swords, for the things that have transpired, but in no way, shape, or form should you ever feel rushed with the Knight of Pentacles out here to jump to any decision, because you already know that time is an illusion. Time is cyclical, not linear. And if you believe time to be linear, then you'll be rushing around doing dumb shit, reliving the same lessons and cycles over and over again for no fucking reason, because somewhere along the way somebody lied to you and you believe that shit. But take your time, because if you take your time, you have a better chance of tackling these. They could just be obstacles or they could be boomerangs. You know, you can end up being slingshotted back to where you were, or you could tackle them one by one and fill in the blanks in these pages. Like I said, you're the author of your own story. You get to decide what's written at all these different segments and chapters. You are not to rush into anything for anyone. I don't give a fuck who shows up. Remember, not every choice is a good choice. Not every manifestation is for your highest and greatest good. And until you can humbly recognize that, you might be doomed. And I will say that to keep spinning around in the cyclical pattern. You don't get to jump to a new timeline because you refuse to see the forest or the trees or the patterns in the universe. Hence sacred geometry. Alright. Alright. I think that is a much better message. That's funny. Y'all funny. I'm so happy to see y'all conversing with each other in such a loving and supportive way in the chat room. I really am. I love that. I see so many other people have crazy instances, and I feel so blessed and so fortunate that the community of people who come and share their energy and their thoughts and time with me and everyone else on the Crazy Train Express, you know, everyone's on the up and up. We haven't had that, and I just feel so very blessed about that. Truly, I do. You know, there's always one or two naysayers, but it's It's real serious peace and love and support, and I really do dig that. That's what this is about, helping each other through these times. This symbiosis that we're all connected to. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. I truly do. I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Light and love to you all.